Oh, bless me. All right, you had a chance to stand up. No one stood up and stretched? Okay, so for the video, I just started the recording, by the way. For the video, I did miss the first half of the class. I'll do that tomorrow. We're going to pick up here on the video frame. I'll put it in there as part 2, but then I'll finish that one. All right, so look at this. Before we start doing math and start jumping right into it, tell me what changes have been made.
Yeah, I remember in the front.
But a number in the front. Okay, so what does that affect? The vertical stretch. So that changes the amplitude, right? So rather than starting it now, do I do a vertical shift? No. So then tell me what my range is. How far up am I going to go? 2. How low am I going to go? -2 to 2. So there's my range. It changes my range. I haven't changed the central line. I haven't changed the midline. So it's just going to affect the amplitude. Okay? All right. So then we have made a phase shift and we have made a compression, correct? How do we know this is a compression, not a stretch? Because what? Okay, I heard a couple things. I'm going to go with this one. What's greater than 1? 3. I wasn't on video at first. No. What value up here is the greater than 1 that causes us to have a compression? It's the 3, number in front of the table. The B. Because that's greater than 1, I have a compression. Smart, I like it. All right. So what's my phase shift? Once again, first thing we're going to look at is the phase shift. What's the phase shift? Imani, what's my phase shift? I'll give you a hint. We have a formula. Say it again. Say it again. It is, because my formula is 2 pi over b, not 13. We're not Taylor Swift fans. All right, and since b is 3, it's going to be 2 pi over 3. Now, Ariana, you told us that it was 2 pi over 3, so let's have Trawan tell me what does 2 pi over 3 mean? A phase shift of 2 pi over 3, what does that mean? No, it's not the starting point. It's not even the ending point. Coming to you next. Trawan, you got a guess? Nope. Defer to David. Okay, David, what is 2 pi over 3?
That's where the periods happen. Where it goes.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's where the period occurs.
Yeah.
It's the distance, right? The distance from the starting to the ending point. That's the length, if you will, of my period. So 2 pi over 3. So it's obviously compressed. Okay. All right, number 2, how do I find the starting point? Starting. I heard set equal to 0. I heard put it equal to 0. What am I putting equal to 0? What's in the parentheses. Outstanding. Whatever in this parentheses, set that equal to 0. 3 pi, I always say pi then. 3 theta minus pi over 4 is going to be equal to 0. Okay? All right, do a little bit of algebra. Pull those algebra skills out. Now we have 3 theta equals pi over 4. What is theta going to be equal to? Pi over 12. Now that is actually a 12, not the one that people. So do we have a huge shift or a small shift? Very small. In fact, remember on the unit circle, at your 30 degrees, that's your pi over 6. This is going to be half of that. It's only shifted 15 degrees. It's only shifted a very tiny bit. Okay? So we shifted pi over 12. So let's go ahead and graph what we now know. Okay? So I'm going to sketch the graph. Hopefully you've already done that. Did anyone go out and buy a stamp? So you can stamp your paper with this rather than write it 20,000 times. Oh, I just wrote pi over 12. One, two, three, and 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And I already said I don't have a shift vertically, so I'm going to be right on the x-axis. Okay. Let's see here, we're doing green, so we'll do the graph in red. So I'm going to go pi over 12 is my starting point, right? Very close to right here. And you don't have to like measure it out. Just kind of guess kind of where it's at, just really, really close to 0. Because you're never going to get it exact for the bar graph. Okay. All right, and then my phase shift is 2 pi over 3. So how, once again, Toby, how do I find the ending point? I add what? I hear some people talking.
You got pi over 12.
I add pi over 12 and I add what to it? Pi. No. The phase shift. I add 2 pi over 3. These first two numbers that you just found, remember, that's why we keep reemphasizing, this is my starting point, this is the distance, so we're going to add them together to get your ending point. Okay? So, let's see here. I told you nice fractions. Pi over 12 plus 2 pi over 3. Okay. All right, let's get a common denominator. Pi over 12 plus 8 pi over 12. So where is my ending point going to be? 9 pi over 12. And of course, in our heads, we can reduce that to 3/4 pi, 3 pi over 4. So that's going to be right in between these two. 9 pi over 12. Okay. So very, very compressed, shifted just a little bit. Money, did I write that too small? You were squinting. You need my glasses? Maybe this. I do, but. And by the way, earlier I said I broke my glasses because I fell yesterday. Well, these are actually replacements, but they're too powerful. So when I put them on in Gloria, I have to get like right here. If I want things to be clear, okay, to read, like I can't see this, so I have to get right here. They're just way too. So I'd rather just automatic. What's that? Yeah. There you go. What's halfway between pi over 12 and 9 pi over 12? What? I didn't hear what you said. What would the halfway point be? Did 6 pi over 12?
Yes.
How'd you get 6? How'd you get 6 pi over 12? Okay, well look at the midpoint. Do the math. And take 1 plus 9, what do you get? You should be 5. You just take the numbers in front. Since they both have the same denominator, just take your 1 and your 9, you get 10. After that's 5 pi over 12. So 5 pi over 12, which is going to be somewhere in here. About right there. Okay? And yes, when I'm grading this, I will be grading where these points are, so you're going to need to put them under somewhere. Okay? What's halfway between pi over 12 and 5 pi over 12? 3 pi over 12. So right here we have 3 pi over 12. Whoa, wait a second now. Where's that going to be? Because I almost said, okay, it's going to be right there. But that would be wrong. Why? Because the amplitude is 2. So when I mark it then, at 3 pi over 2, it's going to be up here to 2. What's going to be halfway between 5 pi over 12 and 9 pi over 12? 7. Halfway between 5 and 9. 7 pi over 12. And that's going to be at negative 2. And there's my phase shift. Yes. So we had pi over 12 and 9 pi. Half is 5, half is 3, half is 7. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. This was taking a while. Just what? Which one needs to stand at the stretch? Grandpa, I don't like this. Okay, what's that? What's that?
Oh, where what's it called? Where I always say, I think, how does it work again? It's, oh my gosh. I bring.
Okay, while you're finishing up and Jeffrey's just trying to figure out where this comes from, give me a 1 through 5. 1 through 5. I got it. That's not a 1 through 2. So you don't get to do 2. Don't. 3s. I got 3s. I got some 2s. I got some 3s. No 4, 5s.
This is big.
You ready to teach somebody else?
This part, yeah.
Okay, very good. What'd you say?
He said this part I would teach.
This part you can do somebody else. Okay, good. Are we done? Margo, can I just unshrink it now?
No.
It's the move that I asked you about.
Okay. So this is your chance before we do one last example, then I am done for the day. Take a nap. What questions do you have on what we've done so far? Those of you who gave me like 2s or maybe 3s, what were some questions you had still?
So, before we even start graphing, you're supposed to find your phase shift, which is 2 pi over d. You find the starting point by just doing algebra, and you add that together to get your ending point, and then you can start graphing.
Correct. Now, I personally start graphing once I get the starting point. Then you can go back and find it, but if you want to find the starting and ending point, then you can actually, and don't even think about graphing until you just know what the starting and ending point is. You also might want to look at it and say, okay, did I have a vertical shift? This one we're going to have a vertical shift. So did my midline change? Okay, did my amplitude, does it reflect? Think about those things ahead of time, so when you start graphing, you know, oh, I've got to go minimum portion. Margo,
Can you give an example when you stretch it?
you read my mind. Not only is this one going to stretch, it's going to shift it the other direction. Not only that,
Well, you said it was done in casting.
not only that, we're going to have a midline change too. We're going to do all of it right here. Here we go. Hey, why are you groaning? You know how to do it all.
Right, you're not gonna know how to do this.
We just got to put it together now. All right. Good news, bad news, right? The bad news is we're going to put everything in here. The good news is it doesn't get any more difficult than this. Double test. Okay, y equals.
Which means
Good test.
Because you know the test is always more difficult than I ever do in class. All right, -2 sine of, oh, here's your stretch, 1/2 theta. Plus, there's your shifting the other direction. We'll make it simple, pi over 4. Plus 1. Oh, and we haven't started doing cosine yet. Actually, when we're done with this one, I'm going to show you the cosine, and you're going to say, oh, finally something easy. All right, so describe to me the changes we're going to make inside this before we even start with looking at the phase shift. Carry on to me one thing that's going to change, one shift that's happening, one little thing. One little thing.
Negative means reflection.
Very good. That's one thing. You want to go to another? Okay, very good. The negative tells me we're going to refract, which means it's going to go 0, minimum, 0, maximum, back to 0. So it's reflected. Okay, somebody else, give me something else is going to change. The midline is definitely going to change. It's going to go where? Up 1. Okay? What else is changing? So I've got it positive inside, so now I'm shifting to the left. Very good. And then as Margot requested, we are going to stretch it, not compress it. It's going to be stretched. Okay? One more thing. What else? The amplitude is also going to change. So be careful when you answer this question. Okay? What's going to be the range? What's going to be the maximum and the minimum of this particular graph? It's not 2 because the amplitude is 2, but the midline is 1.
Oh, is it?
So it's going to go up to 3. It's going to go down to -1. So the range is going to be -1 to 3. Okay? All right. So phase shift. Let's start going through the math. Phase shift. Jacob, I take it you're not leaving today, or you're driving yourself? Okay. Phase shift is going to be 2 pi over 13.
Oh,
b, because you all left my
Hilarious.
piece. Okay, so it's going to be 2 pi over what? 1/2, which means it's going to be what? What's 2 divided by 1/2?
B.
What'd you say? What'd you say? You said 1? Not 1/2? No. If I take 2 pencils and I cut each of them in half, how many pieces do I have?
2.
4. This one's in half, this one's in half, so I have 4 pieces. So 2 pi over 1/2 divided by 1/2 would be 4 pi. And now we've stretched it. Now rather than compressing it, now that period going from 0 to minimum to 0 to maximum to 0 is going to take 4 pi, not just 2 pi. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and find my starting point. What's my starting point? So I'm going to take 1/2 theta plus pi over 4 equal to 0. Okay? So where's my starting point going to be? Where's it going to be?
I don't know.
1/2 pi equals 1/2 theta equals negative pi over 4. How do I get rid of the 1/2? Divide by, which is the exact same thing as multiplying by 2. So I could multiply both sides by 2. What do we get? Negative pi over 2. Multiply both by 2, you get negative 2 pi over 4, which reduces. All right, so sketching out your graph, I have pi over 2 and I know this is long, we're going to the end of class, stay with me, this is important, put it all together. So Jacob, you mentioned earlier about now that we graphed it and now that we're doing it, what else should I probably do here before I actually put numbers on or put graph on things on the board? What should I do to the graph?
Where? Line?
I should probably do the midline first because that's where everything's going to start. Okay? So Elda, I have not heard from you in at least 6 months. So where's the midline at? Not 2. That's the amplitude. 1. So my midline is going to be right here. Okay? So that's going to be my 0, if you will. That's going to be my center, my place of reflection. Okay? So the starting point is at negative pi over 2. So this is going to start right there. So Jacob, I kind of like to do that first. Then I go back and say, okay, where's my ending point? Okay. So I've got my midline in there. I know it's going to start there. I know it's going to go down first, down 2. It's going to go back at the midline, up to 3, back down to 0. Where's the ending point going to be? I'm sorry? Ending point. And you got that by doing negative pi over 2 plus what?
4 pi over 8 pi over 2.
Correct. So I'm going to slide up a little bit, plus 4 pi, which you have to get a common denominator. And that's how we get 7 pi over 2. So 7 pi over 2 way down here. So we definitely have stretched this one. So Toby, once I have my starting point, my ending point, what's the next point I'm going to be looking for? I have my starting point, I have my ending point, what's the next one?
In the middle.
Middle. And what is halfway between -1 and 7? So they have common denominators.
Is this the one where you do math?
Just find the average. The average between -1 and 7.
Oh, it's 4.
Take -1 plus 7, what do you get?
6.
Okay, and what's happening? 3. So it's 3 pi over 2. So we have our starting point at -pi over 2. We have our ending point at 7 pi over 2. Our midpoint is simply right in between. Pressure of all your fractions.
So the next point should be pi over 2.
Yeah, the middle between -1 pi over 2 and 3 is actually going to be pi over 2 right here. Now, Shawan, since you volunteered that, you need to tell me what point do I graph?
It should be -2.
Down 2, so it should be where?
No.
Uh-huh. -1. It's going to be right there. Because remember, it's reflected, right? So I got to go to the minimum first. Yeah.
So he got pi over 2 because he did the same thing with the other point he got.
Correct. All right, what's going to be halfway between 3 pi over 2 and 7 pi over 2? 5 pi over 2. Exactly the same way. 3 plus 7 is 10, divided by 2 is 5.
That's the part I had.
And that's going to be up at 3. And there's my... And just for clarity, remember what my parent function looks like. My parent function looks like something like that. So we have definitely stretched it, we've shifted it, and we've moved a whole bunch of stuff to it. This cake, right?
Yeah.
Love is your favorite thing.
Yeah, right. Sauce.
I've got 10 minutes. I'm going to teach you how to do cosine in exactly, hold on, in exactly 2 minutes. Okay?
I've got the time.
You don't even need to take notes on this, just because we're going to do cosine later as well. But I just want you to see it. All right, what color should we use? We should use blue. What color should we use?
Blue. Light blue.
Light blue. How many of you favor light blue?
Light blue.
All right, fantastic. I'm using this. Light green. Let's use light blue. Sporting colors. Okay. So let's say this said y equals -2. Whoops, we're doing cosine, right?
Yeah.
Wait, can we take a
Can you see that light blue?
Yeah. Yes.
Can I make what? Don't show the timer yet. I have a request.
I don't know, it's like another section.
For cosine?
Yeah.
Well, I want you to see it compared to this. Don't write this down, because later on we're going to go through cosine more detail. I'm just showing you what it is. I want you to see that you've already done 98% of the work for cosine. To do a cosine is much easier. Okay? So, are you guys okay seeing the light blue?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm having trouble seeing it here. So cosine of 1/2 theta plus pi over 4 plus 1. Okay, so remember with sine, it goes 0 or midline, and then it goes maximum, and then it goes 0, and then it goes minimum, and then it goes back to 0, correct? That's what sine does. Cosine is everything's exactly the same, except it starts at the max, it goes to 0, it goes to the minimum, it goes to 0, and it ends at the max. So that means at my starting point, I would start at the max, which is going to be 3. Everything else is exactly the same. It's just rather than starting at the midline, I start at the max. Then I'm going to go to the midline. And then I'm going to go to the minimum. And then I'm going to go back to the midline and back to the max. And I'm going to sketch it just exactly. Everything else is exactly the same. It's just what order you put them on there. Okay?
Is tangent then starting in the minimum?
Tangent is completely different.
Is there
Look
one
at
that
these two.
starts
Look
with
at
the
these two
minimum?
graphs. Look at these two graphs. Sine and cosine, right? All they've done is they start at 1, midline 0, minimum 0, 1. Tangent's completely different.
I thought we don't.
Tangent's, oh,
Tangent is much different. Tangent is a lot like cubic function. Very similar to cubic. Okay? And we'll talk about tangent probably not until much later. Okay?
Never.
All right. Before you pack up, so we're already packing up. Before you pack up. Questions? Are we
Hi
good?
guys,
Say what? John's questions, we're ready to go on to lecture 26.
Oh my god. You didn't even
Oh,
go
it's not
over
a
cosine.
yeah, you still need to finish cosine.
I'm done.
Yay.
Well, you finished in a minute.
Showed you how they're related. Jacob, have a fantastic senior test tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, have a great Wednesday. Lecture 25 homework is out there. You can do all of it. We will go over cosine on next class period, which is going to be Monday. No, hold on. No, I'm here Monday.
We're not?
You are.
Oh.
I'm going to be in Fort Worth, Texas.
Oh, that's nice.
Actually, I'll probably be somewhere between Fort Worth.
You'd be gone Tuesday as well. If you try to fix this work.
will you be gone today as well?
I will be here Tuesday, I will be here Wednesday. So we will cover cosines more detail next Wednesday. So lecture 26 will be after the break.
So you're traveling meeting on Monday.
When you, 25 is probably going to do after our little meeting already.
You're traveling for some tennis hours.
No, I'm traveling, I'm going to go see a play.
Oh, you're going to play?
I'm going to go film, right?
I thought you didn't see it.
I'm going to go see Odysseus.
Right.
One of my son's very good friends is
Said I
at
wanted to do
TCU,
something.
and he got a part
I didn't know
as a
it was
freshman in the fun.
Are you
It's going to be very cool. He's crazy.
Right, like, I've never heard
Do you know the play Odysseus?
like,
It
actually,
happens
it's
to-
like actually like a really big city too.
What's that mean?
Yeah, it was like,
You don't have to do it.
800,000 people. Like that.
My son's friend.
Right, in fact, I never heard of it.
I got to tell
Five
you,
dollars.
you enjoy the play.
Or in
Right,
Hollywood.
I have not heard.
I've never heard of it. Yeah.
So I didn't realize so much bigger than something.
I know, it's a huge
I
city.
read some of the stuff in a long time.
So I'm gonna feel like
This first one I didn't. That felt like first grade. And I took
she hasn't grown
like
up.
now.
Which
Like,
is so weird.
I just like maybe 5 to didn't even see it. Or to only shoot.
Yeah. I noticed you've got a strong.
Well, it's still the
Well,
same.
let me see my school jam. I should check the school jam.
Yeah, if you have any feedback, please give us that.
I want to check that out though. Is she here? Probably.
Like,
I'm gonna have a series.
What is supposed to be?
Allergic to cats.
Alright.
I just, one is,
Yeah, that's why I'm checking school jam.
Yeah.
I haven't checked this at campus.
Yeah, I do
Did
today.
mine scratch you?
Yeah, why do you remember my cat's name?
What's your cat's name?
Linus. Yeah.
Like,
And his sister's name is Linus.
Linus is not funny.
My guy already did it. I didn't know I did. I was like, what did you do?
Oh shoot, barely have an A.
Why not Sophie and Sophie?
I even checked to see if I had.
Mine are grammatical issues, but insightful and authentic writing.
They're 10
You know,
years
when I
old.
was like feeling Monday, right? Just to find out that I actually already did it.
I barely have an A.
I don't remember doing that.
I got one more point.
oh, so
Thank you, Lang. She gave me a 92.
why do I keep doing that? I like this, I keep sleeping.
If you had gotten,
That was just already.
if you had gotten one more point, you would have been at 90.
Yeah, I just
You didn't do that one, so.
I feel like I did that on
What's this for?
Huh? Our essays. Lang.
What'd you get on it?
At 92 for the
essay one and the.
Yeah, I think she low-key gave that to everybody because everyone had been asking about
Yeah.
language.
You should.
Actually,
At this point, I wish I would have rather done AP Lit because AP Lang, I didn't realize we were so like focused more on American. Yeah.
I wish you would take
What?
I hate that I skipped full I don't know why.
Oh, no, I do yesterday.
Is there anyone here in AP Lit?
We don't offer AP Lit.
You don't offer anymore?
No.
You need to offer it. Because you need to know literature.
No, we just go like next year is UCM composition, so it's more essays.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Oh man. You can choose what English you can take.
you can do English 12 if you don't want to get like if you don't want to put your college GPA.
You also go to MCC.
Oh, nothing.
You know how much your boost you can get?
Like, sometimes on the parts. You're right on
So-
missing one of the two things.
Wrongly.
Oh,
You're right on all, right?
Anything at MCC
It's
is
just like phone five, right? Once it popped in.
GPA. It's weighted. Yeah, I think that's wrong, because there's some classes like a big speech class, at MCC it should not be. Trust me.
Where you going now?
You know, I
take a language class,
Yeah.
and it's
Like,
English.
because of like.
that's the only reason I want to go to MCC to get my speech credit there. Because of the fact that that would count towards my high school speech class, which I haven't taken yet. And it also
No,
counts,
right, I feel like
and it also counts my CPA.
But it should not be counted here on,
like this,
it
like.
should be counted. But it's not, anything big agencies,
Is it simply because it's outside of it?
simply because it's energy, and everything will do credit is really not.
Let me just stay with that class.
We have 45 seconds,
I would just stay with that class period and then they bring it back.
unless you're in one class, yes.
The only
So what you do is you go over there and you miss part of it.
It's not like Baker.
Yeah, you leave a bit earlier first hour and then come back a bit later during the fifth hour.
So those kids who leave,
Not
what
anyway.
Sushi was actually doing something, she needs this class, so she can.
Not anyway.
Or you can leave with like Bertilla who does some in tech and MCC.
How is she able to do that?
Because she can. Because they have to, one is AM, one is PM, and she drives herself.
Yeah, that's smart.
And so like, look at like MCC, if it would be, my kid went through school, I would have to do this. But you can do speech or, you know, you have
The only thing I know is that sometimes some tech does has even better GPA weighted classes.
So is she just not like at school?
No, she's at school sometimes.
She has first down, she has video production.
She has honor seminar as well, but I'm not sure.
I know, but I have pumpkin spice. I want to eat you. I know, there's steps in.
Corey left there.
But you know when the quiz for the test is, says user.
I'm sorry? Well, I don't know why. And we'll get
Are we just practicing? Hey, to practice.
guys,
Mr. Phillips is going to be here on the Monday. Isn't today's my mom's birthday? Oh, unfortunate.
well, at this point.
You're using English.
30 seconds, all my kids, come on.
When do I use a who and who? Who do I give it to and like who did you? Is it like?
Good morning, good morning. Thank you for coming in. I had to go refill
Who
water.
does this belong to or something? Who's like?
Oh, someone brought me milk too. That's awesome.
For later.
Oh,